Hello Marvel hero friends, today I would like to show you Juggernaut, which is the 40th hero of the online game. It's the brand new hero, just released last week. And my wife Cynthia is a big fan of Juggernaut and would like to dedicate this one to her. Unfortunately, she probably can't play this hero because it probably make her dizzy and all the motion sickness and so on. You will see why. So the first thing you notice about Juggernaut is that his resource is momentum, which if you stand still, you lose momentum, and if you move around and as you charge and do any movement power, it will gain momentum. And it's a very unique gameplay because there isn't any hero that play like him. I've started on this uh, this terminal for just a while, and I went and answered the door. Okay, so to play Juggernaut, you have to be on the move, and it took me a while to get used to it. And it does have a signature that does some really serious charging, like this one. They're just charging around like crazy, and as you can see, for those who has a motion sickness, when playing a game, they probably have some problem with Juggernaut.
I must suffer from my
Um,
cause.
it, it does you, wow, this is serious business. So, whoa, this is a lot of stuff. Hang on a second. Just get this out first. And it does, it's pretty tanky because I built him to be so. It's close to, I think it has about 30,000 hit point. And I think he needs that kind of health to sustain his playstyle. So some actually prefer to play a movement build that is very much like just moving around and waiting for resource and spend on the resource and give you a maximum damage. I prefer something that is less drastic. I prefer something that's a little bit in between, like a hybrid, a little bit of running around, a little bit of hitting as well. So and yeah. So if you have played the game before, you know that Juggernaut was in fact he is a villain, and and in the world of Marvel, it's always a bit grey what is hero, what is villain. So now we got to play him as a hero, and as you can see, I mean he's pretty tanky. He doesn't really do a lot of area damage, at least not the way I build it. And that is one of the reasons why I want him to have higher health, because of just a bit concerned about the amount of damage and hitting. And if you look at his power tree, it's quite interesting. They have the first one called Mystical Powerhouse, which is very much like a traditional like punch and stuff like that. So he does like a punch, and this one is the one that can leap onto the enemy. It does the damage over time as well. So if you are building some DOT layer, this is a good choice. It does his headbutt as well, which is another damage over time. So if you this one together with that, you got 2 layers. And on the Unstoppable, which is more of the movement build, so a lot of people put a lot of I think talent on this one. I can see why, because this big elbow drop that consumes all the momentum, it does a really massive damage if you do it right. But I prefer something less drastic, which is called Sunday Punch. It requires 50% of the maximum momentum, which is a resource to activate. But it does give a nice big punch to a single target, which usually I go for single target. And then this one is the Unstoppable Charge, his signature that you have seen, go round, round, round. And the other charge, which is the Devastating Charge, is the one that will return Spirit. As so for instance, if I charge, I'll get Spirit when I do that. So so I prefer to do a little bit of movement, a little bit of melee, and so on, just to show you. And he has this really nice 2 options here. One is the Sion of Satork, and the other one is the Wrath of Satork. So one is basically, you can only do one because they share the same cooldown. One of them will give you a really nice buff on the damage rating, crit rating, stuff like that, and it it's sort of like, like you can see Juggernaut in steroid. Every 8 seconds, duration is 8 seconds, every 30 seconds. Alternatively, you can do a massive area damage, and then restore 100% of the spirit or momentum that you can do a big arrow drop, so that's to consume them all. So it is a nice combo if you do it that way as well. Other than that, I mean, as you can see, it's pretty nice. I mean, there's it's pretty tanky. It's not bad, and it also depends on how you gear him as well, of course. And I'm not going to do all the bounty here. I mean, there are 3 chests to unlock. I thought I just show you some gameplay on how he does his thing. And yep, the server is coming down in 10 minutes time, so I have a little bit time before the server comes down. And I just want to unlock until the second chest, then I'll just go for the Juggernaut boss. So I can charge, and or I can do a signature. Signature is like going like crazy. So as you can see, if someone who has a motion sickness like issue with computer gaming, then it probably Juggernaut is going to be very hard to play. Especially when later on you see when it does his signature in for a single target, you have to go round and circle in a very small radius, and it's sort of like I find it a little challenging, but let's see. I'm almost, actually I've got the second chest, so I can go. The another thing nice about Juggernaut is that his movement doesn't consume resource and actually generate resource, so that you can just keep sprinting. Like him, other heroes you just can't do such thing. I mean, it's crazy. Looking at him just being able to do all the charging and without taking any resource and so on is just crazy. And it's nice. I mean, look at him. I mean, the only small complaint I have with Juggernaut is that he has quite a lot of cooldown, so you have to be aware of what he can do. So you can't really charge when you want to, but everything is on a little bit of cooldown.
Human rights are for humans.
But other than that, I think it's suffice to say that he's actually a very different hero that Marvel has gazillion entertainment has been doing, and really give it to them because they're doing they're having 40 heroes already, and to be able to have a hero that is different.
Here comes the big one.
Every release, I think it's a little bit hard. In any case, I just need about 40 more to get my third chest, so I may just go for it if you bear with me.
Already?
I don't know whether I have enough mobs to manage to do that or not. I may not have enough, so let's see. Because I've been skipping some of the pack as well, so when you skip, you don't really get the full number, and you have to be quite thorough in clearing the dungeon in order to get the full chest. So in any case, just a few more. Just bear with me. I think I may be able to get it. Yeah.
You have no
so
right
I can
to
just show you. Okay, this is a power buff. So I have. Okay, I got it. So the boss fight is Juggernaut against Juggernaut, and it'll be quite. It won't be very memorable because I'll be using the ultimate to just show you how it works. So he's charging, and I'm charging, and I want to do the ultimate after his shield is up because it's more spectacular than okay. So his shield is up. So I'm just going to walk around and it's me against me, and I'm going to use the ultimate, and as well as the one that is in steroid. So I'm going to use it right now. It will be over very fast. Okay, so I'm going to use ultimate. I'm going to go on steroid. And I'm going to do charging like that. As you can see, this thing is like going crazy. If you have problem doing the oh gosh. Click the wrong button. Oh no. Basically you can't charge them. So there you go.
I'm unstoppable.
So
some leader you turned out to be.
And let's see what kind of loot I have. So yeah, I mean, that is Juggernaut. It's nice to
Finders
play.
keepers,
And
losers
let's see, I've
weepers.
got 3 bounty chests, and as always, I use a pet to suck up all the loots to. Okay, so to level the pet. So nothing memorable. Some days are better than the others. Not today. Some cores and so on. So yeah, that's it. That is the Juggernaut. And in terms of gear-wise, I use a legendary to increase the spirit or momentum, because it helps with the Sunday punch. The more momentum you have, the harder it punch, and a couple of other things as well that I use, because I think his crit is actually okay. If you look at his crit, it's about 45% when you use a power. So yeah, 46%. And then with the brutal that I'm having 35%, so it is pretty alright, yeah. And I use a few other artifacts to increase its raw power. As for the rune word, I picked the Unstoppable Force dropped by him, so this is very much a Juggernaut, kind of like a rune word that give a buff on the movement power, physical power, etc. etc. The unit are all his unit, upgraded to item level 66. And that's about it. I mean, I roll health because I like him to be quite tanky for the costume. And I mean, it's a nice thing to play. Now I've got 5 more minutes before the